Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can build your own consulting business, coaching business in 2026, step by step. And I'm going to show you the exact blueprint I've used to help coaches generate over $500,000. So you can see here, I helped Jason Cooperson make $17,000 in 30 days. I've helped Andrea go from $20,000 to $50,000 in 60 days. I have screenshots right here of Jason making $20,000. It's after like 30 days, so we made about $20,000 in 45 days with his school community. Here's Andre's screenshot. It was like around $50,000, but the screenshot shows $65,000 in 2 months. We have like more screenshots right here from one of our clients, Ira. We have another screenshot right here of this guy. I helped I helped one of my clients make $177,000. I can't share his name because it's an NDA contract and he doesn't want me to reveal his name. But yeah, I've also helped Ira with 10K with all these screenshots. I've also helped Eddie Cumberbatch make $157,000. I don't have the screenshot, but yeah, here it is. I just want to be truly transparent with everything that I have to actually say. So yeah, with consulting businesses right now, I'm sure you want to make as much money with your consulting business, right? But I'm sure you want to make at least $50,000. Like you can make $30,000 with your consulting business, $50,000, 100K per month. Yeah, but $50,000 is probably what you might think and what is possible right now. You definitely want to get consistent lead flow and you want more predictable revenue inside of your business, and you definitely want to serve more clients without actually burning out. So like I've seen so many people in the space right now that just get as much clients as possible. They focus on more clients, more lead flow, more everything, but they burn out eventually and they hire more people, they hire more managers, they hire more um, yeah, they just hire more people to actually like help them like deal with all that complexity and like delegation, but they also like they you don't have to do all that and it actually like sacrifices your margins. And I've seen so many people do that in the space right now, and everyone just tells you to scale. So in this video, I just really want to be transparent with you, and it's not one of my usual videos where it's like, I don't know. Inside of a lot of my videos, when I do breakdowns, I feel like I'm shouting inside of the videos and like telling you what to do. But like, I just honestly want to share my own honest opinions about things, and I just want to provide some value. So if you're watching this right now, it's gonna be one of the best videos that I've ever made. No humble, like no, not bragging, but yeah, I just want to be authentic right here. But um, back to it. Everyone just tells you to scale, and you see all these screenshots online. You see like everyone posting client testimonials, client wins. Everyone's flexing their Lamborghinis, cars, penthouses, and stuff, and everyone's just shouting and being noisy in the market, and they shout all of their complexity and stuff like that. But no one tells you like no one tells you scaling the wrong way can actually destroy your freedom, your creativity, and your sanity. And I've seen it happen over and over again, like coaches hitting 20K, 50K, 100K, 30K, and they just all of them just burn out. And they all like sacrifice their freedom by working, doing more things, like having more like um complexity and stuff like that, and their business is a mess, but they still flex, they still like show you all this lifestyle stuff, and you think it's nice, you honestly think it's nice to see like other people just like have all these cars and like penthouses and watches, but honestly like you might not know what their business looks like at the back end, and it might be a chaos. It might look nice on the front end because it's just marketing, but they don't actually show you what's on the back end. and I've like seen a lot of people's back end offers, and it's just chaos sometimes. And I realized that you shouldn't be building a business that actually sacrifices your freedom. And you definitely don't want to burn out. You definitely still want to live a life, and you don't want to constantly work every single day. And I realized the problem isn't scaling itself, it's the way we scale. And that's why I built a model where you can actually scale simply, profitably, and sustainably, which became the foundation of what I call the lean scaling model right now. So I'm going to explain what the lean scaling model is, because the old way of doing things is complex funnels, huge sales teams, salesy tactics, and spamming cold outreach online, and you're just competing with everyone on the market right now, right? But my course of philosophy, after generating over $500,000 for coaches and creators inside of the info coaching space, and also operating for a lot of offers, and I've coached like multiple people in the space. I coach a lot of entrepreneurs in the space as well, and all of them just don't want to like sit all day and like build a business, and like they still want to enjoy life. They they just struggle to find like a good way to actually scale without all this complexity, without all this um, like mess inside of their business, their chaos and stuff like that. And I built basically a core philosophy of what I would want my business to look like, and like what like you should want your business to look like, right? So every business, and what the core philosophy is basically simplicity first, right? You need to have simplicity first, and you need simple skills and fancy fails, right? You need a brand driven business, and I'll explain all of this later in detail. You want high margins. You don't want to have basically like a 50% profit margins with like your info business, and you don't want to like you definitely want more cash like on hand, because info is a cash flow game, but you don't want like low profit margins basically. You definitely want to manage just a lean team, right? And you want to be serving your clients, and instead of just like selling everyone and getting shitty results for some people and like having good results for some people, and you want freedom inside of your business as well. So I want to explain each one really quick. So simple fails, simple skills, fancy fails. That's You want simplicity, right? You don't want mass chaos and stuff like that in your life as well. So it also applies to business. Brand driven. Um, you don't want like the market is shifting. Like the market is shifting from massive sales teams, and like you don't want to manage like a huge sales team and like get some manager and you pay them a retainer, and they do a shitty job of like managing your entire team and stuff like that, when you can just like hire a lean team, and you can focus focus most of your business on marketing itself, because marketing is the best thing ever, and like people need more trust more than ever. So you definitely have to like focus on your brand. Like everyone is like really posting content right now, and they are building personal brands. So you definitely have to leverage that so that people can actually trust you, and you're just not looking like everyone else, right? You're not building a commodity brand, you're building a personal brand. So you can actually use that to your advantage, right? So high margins, very simple. Like you definitely want high margins in your business. And the fifth thing is serving and freedom. You just want to serve clients. You don't want to take on everybody. You only want to work with the people that you actually like working with, and who share your values, who are the best clients ever, so that your client success rate increases, while you also like don't serve the people that you don't like serving, right? So you definitely want those types of people, and you want freedom in your life. You don't want to be um, you want to serve the clients that you want. You want to build the business that you want, and you want the freedom that you want in your life. So that's my core philosophy. All right. And it's built on done for you elements and consulting. So it's both done for you and done with you. So you combine, it used to be agencies where it's like done for you, like everything like done for you, or it will just be like consulting. But if you can combine both of these two together, like it increases client success rates, it gets clients results fast, and you can actually like build the business that you want, like keep clients happy, like feed your freedom life, your lifestyle, and you just build a solid business, right? So all using AI systems, right? AI is the biggest thing right now. You don't have to actually like do all of the manual work yourself. You can actually like use AI systems to help you with that. And I'm gonna show you some of the AI systems that we have, that I've built for clients as well. So yeah, the core three fundamentals with every coaching business, consulting business, or whatnot is these three things, which is attract, convert, and deliver. All right. So with every, it's just like everything that you need to understand, because like once you nail down these three things, like you're just building the business that you like, and you're just like gonna succeed with everything that you have, right? So yeah, so the first thing is attract, like that's marketing, right? You want to attract the right qualified clients into through your content into your business, right? You want to convert them into actual paying clients, and you want to deliver massive results so that people can actually be happy. You serve the best clients ever, and this feeds back into attracting. So you can use all those testimonials, referrals, and stuff like that into your actual marketing, so that you can get more of those same clients, more of those clients that you actually like working with, and you can attract them, and you can do this whole process over and over again. All right. So my like protocol for this entire thing, of building consulting business has been these five things. So it's built on these five things. So you can follow them, and I'm going to show you every step of the way so that you can actually apply them for yourself. The number one thing is offer and positioning, very important. Number two, brand and traffic. Number three, sales, which is also conversions, right? Which is what we have, whatever we talked about here. Product and fulfillment, which is actually deliver and scale. Because once we dial in these four things right here, we can actually scale pretty easily. I'm gonna explain every single one. All right. So now we first need to talk about brand and traffic, because I showed you this entire sustainable scaling protocol, which is like my protocol for actually scaling consulting businesses. Um, this is the actually like this the protocol, but we first need to actually understand brand and traffic, because if we don't have leads looking at an offer, then can't we can't like build the offer, right? We can't like know if the offer works. But yeah, this is the number one thing, which is brand and traffic. So we want to build a personal brand that stands out from the crowd. And what I mean by this is that if we look at this person here, shout out to him, he's a cool dude. But looking at his content right here, it's a mess. Right? You see like inconsistency with like the amount of like things that he has. Like he has like views for sure, but it's just that he's not targeting like an actual audience, and it's like he probably has a different goal. So he's probably not building a consulting business or coaching business, but you get the point. It's very inconsistent. It's not even a personal brand at all. It looks like there's a lot of AI stuff here, and it's just inconsistent, right? But if you look at these two people are actual like you can definitely tell they are personal brands. You, if I want to explain what a personal brand means, like personal brand means like a brand of you, and it's personal to you. So it has to like look like you have to build somewhat of a brand that's related to you, and that's what like content actually comes into play. Because when you build your own personal brand, like it has to be authentic, it has to be personal to you, it has to be like somewhat aesthetic to whatever brand colors, visual identity, um, like differentiation, because it has to be like your personal brand has to be built upon like your values, whatever you want to talk about and stuff like that, and people will resonate with that because like people will actually like share the same values, share the same goals as you and stuff like that, and that's what you want to attract, right? So it's not so much about the views. Like the views don't matter. Like you just want to build a brand that actually that's people can resonate with, and whatever you're talking about inside your content, like people actually has to resonate with that, because like if they don't resonate with that, then they won't buy. So like if you look at this is Finn Kwong, like he shows his day in his life. Like you can tell like he's a cool dude. Shout out to him if you're watching this. But you can see like a boy's trip to Italy. Like he looks cool, right? And people buy into like his cool nature, his cool personality, and like people want to actually be like him because he works on himself. He talks about his life, and he's building a business. You can see him working right here, right? And he's everyone wants to be like him because like he's just him. So he's cool and stuff like that. So like people buy into him, right? Tom Noski, right? The way he speaks inside of in his content is also very very relatable, and he's speaking to one actual person, and I'm also speaking to one actual person. Like I'm speaking to the camera, but like I'm speaking to one actual person. And when you're hearing this and when you're looking at like Tom Noski's content, like you can tell like he's actually being like he's talking to a best friend. He's talking to someone that would like relate to him. Like he's talking about like he's sharing his insights, he's sharing his beliefs, and he's talking to one person. So his brand identity is also very consistent. Like you can see the dark green shirts, the captions are always the same color, and like the black background and stuff like that. So it's like kind of like beige, um, beige, green, dark green, and black. So you will see his content like that has like all these like brand colors right here. So um, yeah, that's basically like your personal brand, and it has to like kind of look like this, right? So it has to be personal to you. It has to be people have to remember you for something. So it has like people remember Finn for his life, his like content, and people remember like Tom Noski for like the knowledge that he spreads and the colors as well in his content, right? Because you don't want to be posting random content and you don't want to be going viral and posting a bunch of value, right? Like you don't want to be either one of these guys that like post a ton of like random content going viral, like dancing videos or meme videos, and you don't want to be posting like constant value because like people just don't want to watch like value content. Like I mean, they people go onto Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok or whatever to be entertained or educated, right? So entertained or educated, and they see so many people in this like everyone's like shouting their value, but it just makes you look like a commodity because you're not sharing you're not like posting about your life, you're not sharing your stuff, and you're not being you inside of your content, and people buy into you right now. So what does a personal brand actually consist of? It consists of like your visual identity, right? Like your brand differentiation, your vehicle, and your inner world, right? The reason why I put inner world last because like a lot of people focus on the vehicle, right? They just constantly sell, they constantly like um, post value and stuff like that, but they don't focus on like inner world, the visual design, and the brand differentiation, right? So like this is your business model, right? Your vehicle is your business model, and you definitely want to talk about that like at some point. But people need to be curious about like whatever you're trying to do. And a lot of people just like post about like you sell something, right? You just like post a lot of CTAs and stuff like that, but it's not how personal brands work, and it actually um like destroys your brand reputation. So you have to post your inner world, right? So you have to post your personality, your beliefs, your values, your stories, and this shows people that you're a human being. And people don't want the ton of like editing and stuff like that, and without you sharing your story, because like people buy into you. Like I'm gonna constantly say this over and over again, but like people buy into you, and you might buy into me for like me being transparent and authentic right now. But like that's why like you don't buy McDonald's for like McDonald's. Like it's not the best like fast food in the world. Like you just like you buy McDonald's because it's quick. The brand, like you buy McDonald's because of the brand. Or like you buy Starbucks instead of like some other brand because like you trust the brand. And people need to trust you. So they trust you in different ways, right? Like they can see your visual design as well, like your editing, your interior design, your style, your visual presentation, your camera angle, camera quality, camera color grading, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things to like visual design, but it's not like people need to remember you for something, and that's why like Tom Noski has this dark green shirt with the black background and the beige like captions, because he follows like a consistent visual identity, right? A visual design, and that's your brand differentiation, um, which is your talents, your languages, and what makes you special. Because like you don't want your brand to look like everyone else, because you definitely have talents, you definitely have languages that you speak. I speak Chinese, so because I'm Chinese, and I can like you might probably speak like English. I mean, I'm speaking English, but you might probably speak some other language other than English, right? So you might probably have different talents than me. Um, I like playing pool, and I like smoking a cigar, and I like other talents. I have other hobbies, right? And that's what makes me special. Like I don't like basketball. Like there's so many people that like basketball, but I don't really like basketball because like I can't jump as high, right? But what there's things that makes you special, and that's what you should be posting inside of your personal brand. And you just have to ask yourself, like, which creators do I want to replicate in my content? Do I want to replicate like Tom Noski? Do I want to replicate like Finn Kwong? Or do I want to replicate like someone else, right? What do you want your audience to associate you with, right? So like what are things that you want your audience to associate you with? What, like, such as retiring your parents, or like taking care of your family, or a classy like polo tee, or what are the good values that you want people to associate you with? What do you want people to remember you for, right? And who do you want to repel? Who do I not want people to identify me with? Like if you don't want people to actually see you as someone who flexes their Lamborghinis, their cars, their penthouses and stuff like that, like everyone else, then don't show that inside of your content, because you are not that guy, right? So share the stuff that you want your brand, like that you want people to associate you with, and people will resonate with that. All right. So I want to emphasize on the content strategy, because like we can talk so much about personal branding, but like how do we actually apply this so that we can get the best, like most qualified leads into our pipeline, and so that we can actually convert them, right? So most people focus on the ICP, right? So they focus on making value content, targeting their ICP, and just talking to the ICP. But you should be focusing on your dream audience instead. And your dream audience is people who resonate with you, your goals, your values, your characteristics, and your lifestyle, right? Because you don't necessarily have to like target your ICP, which are people who would likely be doing the same thing as you and they want to invest inside of a program, right? So you definitely like need to understand this, because like this is the total addressable market, right? The total addressable market of your dream audience is this big, right? And your total addressable market for your ICP is this big, right? So it's not like an ad. So you definitely find like with your content strategy, you definitely have to target a broader market. And a lot of people say like niche down with like your content, but like the more like if you target a broad audience, right, like your dream audience, and don't go like insanely broad, but like you want people to actually um you want people to resonate with you, your goals, your values and characteristics, and then you find people that are like going to invest in your program, or like your ICP per se, inside of the dream audience that you have. All right. And it's not just about going viral and like posting random content. It's about sharing your values, like your goals, your characteristics, your lifestyle, and finding those people within your dream audience, right? Finding the ICP within your dream audience. So I'm going to explain like this funnel right here. So you can think of it like a funnel, right? So with top of funnel content, okay, so there's a lot of like, this is top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. So this is basically like how you can get someone from a stranger to an actual buyer, right? Because like if you think of it as like someone who actually is at the top of funnel, right? They have no idea who you are. They are cold. They are just scrolling through Instagram and like they don't know who you are yet. They're just unaware of what you do. They are strangers, right? So if they are strangers, then if we want to like turn them into like a buyer right now, right? So I'm gonna draw this buyer, okay? So if we want to turn them into from a stranger to a buyer, this this is the actual funnel that you're gonna use, right? So that's why we have to create attention, right? We have to get people to know you. Then we have to nurture them. We have to get them to know you, like familiarize themselves with you, like you and trust you, so that like conversions will be easier, right? So um how do you use this is basically like you using reels and ads, right, which is organic and paid. So we don't want to rely on organic like all the time, right? We want to definitely have ads, but we don't need to spend like that much on ads. So right, as of right now, we don't have to spend much on ads. So um you're purely just getting awareness, right? You're just purely getting attention, so that you can get all those attention and like pull them into the middle of funnel right here, which is nurturing, right? And you can use YouTube to nurture, which is the best platform to nurture people. And after that, like once they are nurtured, once they consume your content enough, they know you, they like you, they trust you, like it will be easier to get them to actually convert through the DMs, through sales pages, through like IG story sequences, and like get them to convert, right? So it's basically like you providing value in public and you're selling in private. Because like when you're building a personal brand, like you definitely don't want to post all these CTAs and stuff like that and like get people to like see you as someone who's shouting buy my products all the time, right? Because it's like sales. You definitely have to like lead someone from knowing you to like actually trusting you, and like you have to shift beliefs in their head so that they can actually see your stuff and be like, oh, I want to be like this guy. I want them to I want to trust them. Like I like them. They are cool, and like I like their personality, and I feel like their stuff makes sense, so I'm gonna buy, right? So that's why Alex Hormozi, Iman Gaji, and Daniel Dalen, like when you look at their personal brands, all of them don't actually sell anything, right? They don't like go onto a platform and say like, oh, buy my stuff, right? They build trust within their personal brand. Like you know them for like their authentic personalities, and like for Alex Hormozi, it's the no BS approach. Like Iman Gaji is basically like the direct like the brotherly I don't know, personality. I don't know how to describe it, but and Daniel Dalen is definitely like the cool dude who lives life and still builds a business and stuff like that, right? So all of them just don't sell in their content. They sell through like the DMs, they sell through their sales pages, or they just sell through the Instagram stories, right? Because all of this, if you think about it, is owned traffic, right? These two, like once someone follows you on Instagram, like it's own traffic, right? But if someone is scrolling through an Instagram reel and like they haven't followed you yet, like it's not own traffic. It's just someone who's a stranger, and you need to, if you want to convert that stranger into an actual paying client, like you have to shift beliefs, you have to educate, you have to definitely get them to um, believe that your method is the best method out there and it makes sense, why they should trust you, and they have to see social proof, like who have you helped, um, like they have to be certain that you're able to help them achieve the goal, right? And all of them understand this one simple concept, is that people don't buy social media, like people don't go on social media to buy something, because people go to social media for two things: so education or entertainment. And that's why whenever you're making content for your personal brand, there's four types of content that you need to make, like, and it's most people just focus on value educational, or they focus on authority content, or just content that goes viral, right? So um um I need some water, but it's fine. um they You need to post these four types of content. So you need to post authentic content, and you also need to post lifestyle and personal, right? Most people either do one of these, or like or two of these, or stuff like that. But you need to post all four, because authentic content shows who you are, your personality, and what you stand for. Authority content demonstrates your expertise, credibility, and proven results, which is your student wins, and stuff like that. Lifestyle and personal gives a glimpse into your daily life, your values, and makes your brand relatable. And value and educational content gives insights, belief shifts, education that helps your clients solve problems, right? So that's why you need all these, you need all four. Because if you don't have these all four, and you only have value and educational, you don't show your lifestyle, you just show like your student wins and stuff like that. Like people like need to they will look at other people's like stuff, and like they have to actually like you first before they even buy, right? So they don't want to work with some guy that they don't like, right? So they will see other offers out there and they will choose. All right. So the way we turn strangers into an actual lead is by knowing, liking, and trusting. Because like what I explained earlier, like people need to know, like, and trust you before they even buy. And we use the 7-Eleven 4 rule. And this describes the journey of like someone actually converting from a stranger into an actual buyer. And they need to consume 7 hours of your content across 11 touch points, and using 4 platforms, right? And that's why we use the power of YouTube, because like think about it, which person is more likely to buy? Someone who's watching a 60-second reel, like just one reel, and like they purely just looked at your reel and like they don't consume anything else, or they consume your reels, they follow you on your IG stories, they look at a 30 minute video of you, they watch another 10-minute video, and they watch another hour video of you. And like once they consume so much of your videos, like they will feel like they actually know you, because like they like if you watch more of my videos, for example, right? If you watch more of my videos, you will actually understand who I am, right? As a person, like how I help my clients and stuff like that. Like you actually like me, right? And you actually trust me, right? And I'm not trying to make it about me, but like that's an example, right? If you watch like someone's, like imagine this, like you go onto YouTube and like you watch like a celebrity, right? Like you probably know who Justin Bieber is. Um, and if you watch like multiple videos of like him on talk shows, on videos, vlogs, or like stuff like that, like you will feel like you actually know him, like even though you like haven't met him in real life, right? So you want that within your content, and this kind of creates like a parasocial relationship. I didn't write this down, but this kind of creates a parasocial relationship of like someone like watching your content and feeling like they know them, they can trust them, and they actually like them, right? So the more someone consumes your content, the more they will know, like, and trust us. All right, and everything is based on psychology, because in order to get someone to trust you, you need to understand these psychological principles. And there's 6 pillars to trust. So number one is familiarity. The more someone knows you, the more familiar they feel like. The more familiar they get with you, the more they would be likely to trust you. Liking, we like people that are look good looking, and stuff like that. Like it's the liking principle. Um, there's authority. Like if you see someone as an authority, then you'll be more likely to trust them. Reciprocity. We feel like we trust people more when they give value, or they give something without exchanging or like expecting anything in return, and we feel indebted to that person because we actually gotten value and we gotten something that they didn't even ask us back for, right? Consistency. We tend to trust people who are consistent with whatever they are saying, and with whatever they show on social media, right? So like you probably remember something better if they keep saying it multiple times, right? So social proof, like you definitely trust someone if they actually have the proof that they helped someone else before. And this is um, the tribe principle. So like back in the day, just tribes are likely to like follow someone if someone is more likely to follow a tribe if like this tribe is better than the other one. And it's basically social proof, right? So it's all based on psychology, and these are the 6 pillars of trust that you can use inside of your content. It's all like psychology, but YouTube videos are actually conversion assets if you think about it. And the biggest secret everyone uses is that you make comment CTAs to give out lead magnets, and you use YouTube videos as your lead magnets so that you can actually like get someone to know who you are, like know how you help, and like know why your method is the best. And you actually just like you're just basically using the reciprocity principle right there, right? You're using all these like other principles, and like you can also use like social proof, and you can use authority, right? But this is the biggest thing, because like people like want free value. They want more. they they want to get free value from someone who actually like knows what they are talking about. And um this is the biggest secret that everyone using right now, and I'm just like sharing it with you so that you can implement this. And you can use ManyChat, by the way. So you can use ManyChat to actually like automate all of your responses, for lead magnets. And yeah, like so that you can send out all these YouTube videos as your lead magnets. And that's how you like use Instagram to get their attention, so that you can actually like push them into YouTube, so that you can actually nurture them and use the 7-Eleven forum right here to like get them to consume at least 7 hours of your content, so that they can actually like turn from a stranger to a buyer, right? So it's all planned. So the game is rigged, and I'm gonna like give all the source away for free. All right. So your YouTube videos educate people on three things, right? You, your method, and the outcome. All right. So I'm gonna make it nicer. Yeah. So you, your method, and the outcome. So why should I trust you? Why should I like buy something from you, or like why should I like trust? Yeah. Why should I trust you? Basically, like why is your method different from everyone else's? And like why is like can you get me the outcome? Like people buy certainty, so like people don't like taking risks, and like they have to see that you can actually help them get to where they want, and you have to resonate with people. All right. So and this is what I call the trust flywheel, because like with Instagram reels, like for example, right, YouTube shorts, tweets, TikToks, you're basically like turning their attention, and IG posts, and like you're turning their attention into IG stories, right? Instagram DMs, VSLs, YouTube videos, right? So that you're basically turning like all this attention, right, into actual like and nurturing them through YouTube, and like getting them to follow you. They like you more. The more they consume your content, they will actually be more likely to convert, right? And your content needs to make people more aware. So like basically like if they are unaware, right, that means like they don't know who you are yet. They have absolutely no idea who you are. It's like someone walking on the street and they don't know who you are, right? I wanted to say the F word, but yeah, I don't want to say it right now. But like if they're walking down the street and you want them to like actually know you, like so that they can actually buy from you, right? This is what you need to do with every single piece of content that you ever make. All right. So people are unaware, right? You turn them into problem aware. So like they probably know that they have a problem, but they don't know that solutions exist inside of the market, right? So you make content to actually like target, like to actually relate and resonate with like their problems. All right. So like once they understand that they have a problem and they are finding solutions in the market, then they will know like solutions, and they have to ask themselves like what solutions like is the best, right? Why is your solution is the best? And after that they will find out like all these like solutions in the market, and they will like look at your solution and be like, oh, like this is an actually like good solution, and they will actually know you. They will actually know who you are, and they will look at your product, right? Not on the back end, but they will know your solution and how you help, and they just need like a reason to buy. And the most aware people are like more, they already know everything, they just need a reason to buy right now. So they're kind of like the same. All right. So that's why when we make content on Instagram, you're basically targeting problem unaware and problem aware people. So you're basically doing growth content, which is basically like all of your Instagram content, and you're also like doing middle profile visit ads, and you can also do lead magnets, right? So you get people from all this attention into conversion content, long form videos, assets, whatever, and emails, so that and you can also do retargeting ads. So you're basically turning all the attention and turning them into nurturing, so that you can get people more aware about like what your solution is and stuff like that, so that they are more likely to convert. And content is actually quite predictable. So if you look at the data, if you actually look at the data within your personal brand right now, like if you're getting like low lead flow and lack of views, you're just not posting enough content consistently, and doesn't grab attention, and you're just like, you're not earning the watch time, so that and you're just invisible to the market. All right. So that's why you have to focus on top of funnel content, and it's not just about posting like value content all the time. That's why you have to post top of funnel content that actually captures attention. That actually captures attention, creates demand by calling out your market's pain, desires, and false beliefs. All right. So it's more general content within it's more general content that like is top of funnel, but it's also not like too top of funnel where you're targeting the mass market and targeting everyone. So you definitely want to target people who actually resonate with who you are, right? The second thing is that if you have dry DMs and you have no book calls, like your conversations are difficult to handle, then you just have to, like, if you have a huge audience, right? Like you're posting like viral content and people don't know who they are talking to, like why they should trust you and why your solution is the best out there, then you have to focus on middle funnel content that builds trust, authority, educates, shifts beliefs, and handles objections. All right. So that's why you focus on YouTube content and middle funnel Instagram content that actually converts. All right. And if your calls are not converting and if you have no sales at all, then your leads still don't believe your method is the best method for them. And they just like, they don't trust you enough and they're just uncertain that they will succeed. All right. So you definitely have to post bottom of funnel content that increases buyer's intent, builds certainty, proof, and urgencies like story sequences, client wins and testimonials, VSLs, and so that they are educated enough so that they can actually trust you. They actually know what your offer is, and like they will actually like feel like this guy is actually able to help me. All right. So that's basically it with the content part. Like it's a very long like thing, but once we understand like the content game, and like once we understand like it's not just about posting viral content, it's not just about posting value content, then we will be able to like build a brand that people like, and it's based on us, and it's not looking like everyone else's, and we still get qualified leads from there. So, and that's where once we get all these leads, once we get all this attention, right, we have to convert all this attention, this qualified attention, like into somewhere. All right. And that's where we use the sales process, right? And that's what I want to talk about here, because the first thing is appointment setting, right? So if someone follows you and they watch your content, right, then you DM them like after they follow you and stuff like that, and they watch like a bunch of your content, then that's called warm outbound. And you can basically hire a DM setter for that, because like it's one of the best things you can do when you hire a DM setter, because like that gets you out of the DMs and you don't have to spend all your time just DMing people inside of the DMs, right? So you can use a commissions based like you can pay them on a commissions based thing and basis, I mean, and you can you can give them like 5% per book call close. So let's say if you close like a $5,000 deal, then you just pay them $250 per for that deal that they booked the call for. All right. So be right back. I'm gonna take a drink. All right, got my water. I'm gonna continue with this entire thing. So once the reason why you should hire DM setters is because you like AI is not good enough to actually do appointment setting for you, and like ManyChat is also not the best thing for like DM setting, because people can smell that from a mile away and they want to talk to an actual person. So like the best thing like you can actually do inside of your DMs is to hire a DM setter, because like humans like humans can sense humans, and like they can actually um sense that you're an actual human, and they are just speaking to someone. All right. So this is the exact setting framework that I operate on, and this is what I give all of my clients, and I help all my clients with. So the first thing is opening, discovery, qualification, identify the gap, transition, book a call, and the post booking process. Because appointment setting is just turning attention into action and taking someone from curious to committed. And the goal isn't to sell with like your DMs, right? It's to actually qualify interest and book calls with intent. Because with the calls and DMs, like great sellers lead with value, and they disarm all this resistance through a genuine conversation, and you just make the booking of the call feel like that obvious next step, not a favor. So it's not just about like, it's just, you don't want to make people feel like you're just there to like sell and like book the call and stuff like that. You just genuinely want to help people, and you want to solve problems. So it's not about like, it's it's just not about like booking, selling the call all the time. It's about like, some people are not ready to actually buy right now. And like once you follow them, and like once you actually like book a call, like they might need a few days to actually like buy from you. And like different people have different sales cycles. So that's what you have to understand. That's the most important thing you have to understand, is because like some people just want value right now. And like once they consume enough of your content and stuff like that, they will be more likely to lower their guard, and like they will make the conclusion for themselves that they need help, and you're the best person to help them. And that's why you need like Instagram attention and YouTube like videos, so that you can actually create omnipresence, so that people remember you, and like you're the best obvious guy to actually like, or girl to actually help them. All right. So once we actually get people from the DMs, and we actually book a call through Calendly, once the yeah, it's actually the closer's job to close the deal, and you can even close the deals yourself, because you definitely want people who are the best fit for your program, um, and you don't want to work with everyone. All right. So you can hire a closer. You can pay them on a commissions-based basis, and it's 10% per book call close. So let's say if it's a $5,000 deal, like they just pay like, you just pay them $500, and you can even do the deals yourself. But um, this is the framework for closing. I don't want to go too in depth on this, but this is the exact framework. You can use it for yourself. And yeah, I don't want to go too much in depth on it. I can make another video, but yeah, this is not about the sales side, because like once they understand, like you have to understand that once they're educated enough on the front end, right? Once they know who you are, they trust you, they know who you help and stuff like that. All your marketing just does the work for you, and you can even close in the DMs, because like once they understand that you're the best person to help them, like they trust you and they really want to work with you, right? And they feel like they are certain that you can get them the outcome. Like they will just like buy in the DMs, right? All right. So it's not about like them watching an ad and like they don't have enough trust. They just like saw the ad, clicked the link, watched the VSL, opted in, um, filled out like a 18 question form on like why they should buy your stuff and invest into you, and dials them and stuff like that. It's not about that. It's not like all these complex funnels that I have like done in the past, or people have done. So it's not about that. It's about like getting people to trust you. And the game is all psychology at the end of the day. It's psychology at scale. And if you can understand that, like closing shouldn't be like that hard. Like you shouldn't be getting all these objections inside of your calls, because like you can handle the objections inside of your content, right? So it shouldn't be that hard. And I'm gonna the so I don't want to go like too much into that, but yeah, I want to go into the product and fulfillment because that's what I really like talking about. So, like what I mentioned before, like info is a reputation game, and one experience about your product or fulfillment can cause people to not join your program, and that's why like you have to be very um, like you have to obsess about your product because your product helps people to change their lives, right? It's not just about like making one product, like a few videos that like don't talk about um that that doesn't give people all the uh uh information and stuff like that. Like you have to make your product good, and like when your product is so good that it changes lives, it gets people results, and it's not just set and forget like an outdated product in 2023. Then you're like you're definitely gonna win in the game because your product is the number one thing that you have to focus on. All right, and there's four elements to the product and fulfillment. All right, so clarity, accountability, experience, and awareness. All right, so if clients feel on the first thing, which is clarity, right? If clients feel lost, they will stay stuck because they don't know what to do, which leads them to blaming you. Because you need to make their journey crystal clear. And people are quite dumb, honestly. Like they just don't want to take action, and like that's why um like you have to make it like it's not me like shitting on people, but like even I like need some clarity at some point, and that's why like sometimes like if I don't know anything, like your product has to make people like fully understand what they are doing, why they should do it, how to do it. All right, and that's why like you have to make your product like crystal clear, like in fifth grade reading level with full understanding of what they do, why they are doing it, and what happens if they do it, and reply to their questions fast. All right. So they need the reason why I added this at the back, like reply to their questions fast, because if you reply to their questions fast and they have clarity on what to do, then they will actually like implement it ASAP. All right. So that's why clarity about a certain thing is very, very important, right? The second thing is accountability, because most clients don't fail due to lack of information. They fail to lack of following through. And I truly understand this because like, I've been there. I bought multiple coaching programs before, and I procrastinated for 3 months. But people have a lack of taking action, right? They just don't take action. They do. That's why you have to do weekly check-ins. You have to do challenges so that you can reward consistency. You create a community so that clients can actually like feel connected, and once they are connected inside of your coaching program, they will actually like keep each other accountable, and that's how you can create a winning community inside of your coaching program. All right, so the third thing is experience, because results matter, but like so does how your clients feel along the way. Because a great experience equals higher retention, better testimonials, and more referrals. Because when clients actually feel cared for, they will never leave. Like think about it. Like let's say you go to a coffee shop, right? Like you go to a coffee shop, you get good coffee, but the waiter or waitress like gives you a bad time. Like they shout at you, they get angry at you, they give you like a look when you're ordering some coffee. Like you never want to go back, right? Even though the coffee was good, because like you had a bad experience. All right, so like one bad experience like can actually like get people to not want to continue inside of your program. All right, that's why you have to create not only like client results, but you have to also get them like a good experience so they actually like feel like they love the community and they want to stay even longer. And that's how you can like get them on masterminds, retain them, like get them to stay longer and stuff like that. All right, and the last thing is awareness, because you can't fix what you don't know. And you need to track client progress so that you are aware of their wins, but you're also aware of their struggles so that you can improve your product and help them get results ASAP. And you can use all this information like from like the client progress and stuff like that to like actually improve your product and like feed it back into marketing. So you definitely need to understand like where your clients are at so that you can actually help them. All right. So the product is not a set and forget thing. You need to actually like iterate your product based on your client feedback so that you can get results repeatably and predictably and like stay in the game longer. All right. So this is the fulfillment flywheel. So let's say like someone joins your program, right? You set expectations, they take action, and you keep them accountable, and they get results and they're happy. All right, and they got the result and they have a better direction in life, which leads to basically like referrals and testimonials. All right, and once you have referrals and testimonials, clients are more likely to upsell, they are more likely to retain. um I mean, once they got the result and have a better direction in life, like they will be more likely to upsell, retain, refer, and give you a testimonial. And once you have the testimonials and referrals, like you can feed it back into marketing, and this creates like an entire flywheel because like you can create client breakdowns, student interviews, and stuff like that that actually creates proof that your product is the best thing in the market, and like your like people should actually like get into your stuff. All right, so once we dial in these four things, right, once we dial in like the brand and traffic, sales process, product and fulfillment, um and like I totally forgot about like the offer and positioning, but like I'm just gonna make it like super brief because it's actually pretty simple. Because if you have like everything on the front end, right? If you focus on the front end, like and the brand and stuff like that, and you get people to convert, right? They just need a good offer to actually buy from you. And an offer is how your product or service is framed and positioned. Because your goal is to make an offer so good it feels like a steal. And the last thing we want is to make a commodity offer where we compete on price. So there's six things to a category of one offer, all right? And I'm gonna cover this briefly, but the first thing is the tangible outcome, because this is the promise that you make to the market that they actually want and they really want it badly, and they have a problem they need to solve. All right. So the bigger the more specific the outcome is, the higher the perceived value of your offer. All right. So you need to have a promise statement, which I will go through with you later. So you need to target your ideal customer. These are the people you're actually serving, and you have to make sure these people have a specific painful problem and they are able and willing to afford and invest in your program. Because if they don't have a painful problem and you're targeting broke leads like students or like people who can't afford it, or from third world countries, then they can't just they just can't afford like your stuff, right? So you need them to be able to afford your stuff and have a painful problem at the same time. And I've seen a lot of my clients like make the same mistake, is that they attract people who are not willing to afford inside of their content, right? Like third world country people, and that's why like they can't convert, right? So the third thing is effort. So you have to make your entire process of what you have to do as effortless as possible without guesswork, so that people can actually achieve the result and the outcome. All right, pretty simple. Like make it seamless. All right. Sorry. The fourth thing is the time frame and speed. So people love speed and they want things fast. So the shorter the time frame, the more valuable your offer feels, because speed equals certainty in the buyer's mind. Because like if you can get someone to achieve like a certain outcome in like as soon as possible, like they will feel like they'll feel like they want to buy. Like who doesn't want to lose weight? Who doesn't want to lose 20 pounds in like I don't know, like 3 weeks, for example, right? Who doesn't want to get their dream girlfriend in like a week or something like that, right? But I mean, you have to make the time frame as soon as possible, but also like kind of realistic in the buyer's mind, right? Not realistic to you, in realistic to the buyer's mind. All right. So the fifth thing is unique mechanism, because this is how you position yourself in the market and you stand out. Because the old way, like for example, the old way of doing things is strict meal plans, hours of cardio, and cutting out every food that you love just to lose a few pounds, right? But if you say that the new mechanism or the new way of doing things is the metabolic rebuild method, which helps you burn fat and build lean muscle in 30 days, 30 minutes or less without tracking calories or giving up your favorite foods. Like people will want that, because like, what's your metabolic rebuild method? Like how can this method like burn fat, build lean muscle in 30 minutes a day, like short time frame, right? Without like without much effort or without sacrificing like whatever they like, right? So like that's why you have to position yourself with a unique mechanism, all right? And the last thing is risk removal, because like risk reversal, risk removal, whatever, right? So people want certainty that your solution will help them succeed, because if you have like people buy certainty, all right? So you have to remove any doubts or uncertainty that they have, and this makes the offer a no-brainer to the point that it will make your calls easy, and your prospects will feel dumb not to buy, all right? So you can offer money back or work for free until you do guarantees, but this is the number one thing like you can ever do, is to remove risk with whatever you do, because people truly buy certainty, right? All right. So yeah, so this is your offer statement. Oh god. Okay, so this is your offer statement that you can use to actually explain it to someone, or you can like explain it to the people that are on the sales call. All right, so you can say like, I help ideal customer get tangible outcome using unique mechanism in time frame without big objection or pain or risk reversal, right? So for example, if I'm gonna explain, like, this is too long, for example, like to explain it to someone, but this is basically what your offer does, and you can explain your offer, right? I help busy professionals burn fat and build lean muscle in just 30 days using the metabolic rebuild method without tracking calories or cutting out their favorite foods, or I will give you your money back. All right, so you can use that. You like, this is an example, you can apply it to your own niche, but this is basically like what your offer does. All right, so like I explained the product already, but this is basically your offer, and it's very simple, because once you dial in this like 4 things right here, right? Your offer and positioning, like your brand, your sales process, and your product and fulfillment is just scale. Because once you're down all of that, it's just a matter of scaling your stuff, because you probably like want more clients, like you want like you don't necessarily need more clients, but you want more clients, you want them to like stay, you definitely need more lead flow and like stuff like that. So it's all about like increasing LTV at that point. But scale is just basically doing more and better with leverage, right? So Alex Hormozi said that you don't have to grow by adding more. You just grow by tightening what works, or like improving what already works. All right. So to run a profitable business, you need to quickly find out what bottlenecks are holding you back from growing, so that you can actually solve them as soon as possible. And the last thing you definitely want to do with like everything is to guess, because like I have clients who have like no systems in place, no KPIs, no nothing, and like they are just like guessing everything that they do within their funnel, their DMs and stuff like that. So you don't want to guess. You want data, right? So I have this like KPI tracker that I use with all my clients. Um, but the sheet is below in the description if you want it. But basically, like the key metrics that you want to track is basically profile visits if you run profile visit ads, like followers gained, qualified followers, DMs initiated, call booked, show up rate, close rate, and revenue per call. Because once you like understand all of this, like you can basically find out what your bottlenecks are. All right. And the first thing, like you definitely have to scale is your content. So you can make more or better content with like through Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and ads. All right. And content is actually predictable, like what I said before. Like you just have to look at the data, right? If you want more eyeballs, you just post more top of funnel content. If you want more leads, you just post more middle of funnel content, right? Qualified leads, like leads as in like people who actually are interested in your stuff, all right? And if you want more sales, you just like post bottom of funnel content, all right? That increases buying intent and stuff like that, all right? And the second thing about scaling is actually team and hiring, because like you don't need a massive team with like dialers, setters, closers, like and stuff like that. You don't need a 20-person sales team. But like there's no way you're doing everything by yourself, right? So you have to delegate low leverage tasks and remove constraints so that you can actually focus on higher leverage activities to move the business, right? And I'm not saying like I really hate massive sales teams. Like I hate like all these massive complexity with like managing like with managers and stuff like that. I just like you just want to build a business that you can actually like be in control of and like manage people, right? But you definitely need like people on your team, right? So every hire must directly create, close, or fulfill revenue, all right? And this is basically what I would do. I have an editor, so you just have to first thing hire an editor, all right? Number one thing, because like if you want to create like multiple content, you definitely have to hire an editor, right? You hire an appointment setter, a VA, a closer, and a client success manager, because like all of this like hires like directly create, close, and like fulfill revenue. All right. So you don't want to hire anyone that doesn't directly create, close, or fulfill revenue, and you don't want to hire like multiple like people inside of your info business. You just want to keep it lean. All right. And the third thing is to scale delivery, because the goal is to deliver more results to your clients without you being stuck in your business. And the biggest thing is to like the biggest thing to improve your product is by hopping on calls with your clients one to one and asking for feedback. Because when you ask, like, if you're having such good relationships with your clients, then it's so easy for them to actually tell you what works, like what they want to see more of, and like you can actually like improve your product. And you can improve your video modules and SOPs, client progress tracker, challenges and prizes, and AI mentor. Like, and you can build an AI mentor. All right. So the I want to explain each one by one. And it's this video is already like one about 1 hour ish, I think. So yeah, but doing this, doing video modules and SOPs is the best thing you can do to answer every question your clients have, so that they can actually know what to do. And you constantly have to iterate this, because like this is the number one thing. Like you don't want a product that you just set and forget and like it's outdated since 2023. All right. Like this also saves you time, because like you don't have to repeatedly answer every single question that your clients have. All right. So, but this is the number one thing. All right. The second thing is client progress tracker, because this shows where your clients are in the program and how close they are to their goal, because it helps you keep clients accountable, so that you know when they fall off or feel stuck, so that you can actually get them results faster. All right. So it's not just about like you definitely don't want to guess where your clients are at and like just set and forget about your clients, because you want to definitely get them results as soon as possible so that you can make um, student breakdowns and like testimonials and like client uh, interviews, so that they can actually like you can feed it back into marketing. All right. So with challenges and prizes, like this makes your client stay motivated, and this creates like the community, like I mentioned before, with the client experience, because this helps them be consistent with their goals because they are getting rewarded for it, and they can also bond and engage with each other because there's healthy competition, and this helps you build the community with which increases client experiences. All right. And the AI mentor, this helps your clients like clients can actually answer like ask questions, and like they will basically like get their questions answered with like your own voice, your own knowledge, and like sometimes clients might be scared to even bother you. So this helps those clients to get clarity on what you do fast so that they can implement it straight away, like when you're busy and stuff like that. All right. So the thing is, like after talking about all of this and like scaling and stuff like that, like there's so many things we talked about on this video. Like I don't believe that building empires should enslave you, because like, I believe in simple peaceful scaling where your business serves your life. All right. And you shouldn't like build a business that you don't like. You shouldn't like not serve the clients that you don't like serving. All right. And you really want to build a business that actually gives you the freedom, like you want to build a business that you actually like, you don't want to manage like multiple people, and you want to make money while being like without burning out. All right. And whether you're a coach, creator, or running an info business, the goal is always the same: is to build something lean, sustainable, and profitable, so that you can stay in the game long term and you can make a lot of profit from it, and like keep it lean without burning yourself out trying to do everything. All right. So that's exactly what I help my clients with. I help them implement the sustainable scaling protocol, like and the lean scaling model. And it's a mix of done with you strategy and one-to-one support, where we map out your offer, we help you with your content, we help you with your sales system step by step, so that you can actually scale sustainably without adding more chaos. All right. So if it's something that you really want help with, just click the first link in the description, and we'll map out an entire game plan for you on about your business together and see how we can scale your entire business. So if you like this video, just let me know in the comments. But if you really need help with this, just go to the first link in the description and I'll help you out. So I will see you in the next video. Peace.